Derpy peoples! Welcome to DerpyCon 2009. What year is it?
1997.
Welcome to DerpyCon 97. Who's ready to get wild?
Saturday Night Live!
It's not actually, because it's more like Saturday mid-afternoon.
This is going to be way funnier, we promise.
Who's ready to get wildly outdated? Alright, so as you just saw in that wonderful magnum opus, I am famous John Bat, and I am joined here with my loyal cheat on the cheat. Who sometimes he stands up on his head. No, now show him, it's okay. Whoa! Check out the cheat! Alright, I'm gonna need all of yours to do me a favor. When it reaches 3:30 p.m. with no warning, I want your dog to just start screaming. So raise your hand if you're actually willing to help me with that. Oh yeah, at 3:30 p.m. on the dot, all yours just, you know, like, hold on, the cheat, can you give me a, alright, the cheat, go away for a second. Shark Tooth Bobs, can you give me one? Last place. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you how, wildly unimpressive things happened and I guess probably changed the world, unfortunately. You know how there's all these YouTubers nowadays doing their YouTubers? And today's YouTubers is brought to you by paid sponsorship. Paid sponsorship. It gets it, yeah, no, but, at a time way back when the internet made the computer scream at you, the idea of making money from making videos in your mother's basement was thankfully not an option. Until two guys changed that all by making a video and then making money. How else could that have sentence have gone? I don't know what more you want from me. Here, you want unexpected things said. You're gonna need my friend Shark Tooth Bobs. Shark Tooth Bobs?
You want a pie with your pumpernickel?
Okay. Cool. Yeah, wait, where's my pizza trophy, the cheat? What? I didn't promise that to you. You promised it to me. Oh, can you believe this guy? Anyway, the promise of explaining how this came about. Well, it all started with two brothers. Actually, there's a secret third brother. And those of you guys who like the Gravity Show love those secret brothers. When that Gravity Show was coming out, everyone was like, oh, I wonder what other secret brothers there are. Maybe Mabel has a secret twin brother. Or an overt twin brother. But anyway, yes, there is a third brother who is 10 years older than Matt, who does the voices. And that would be Donnie Chapman. And Donnie Chapman used to tell jokes all the time. He was a great, all-the-time, funny, hilarious guy who made fun of kids' books and watched shows he didn't like. So he was the original YouTuber, I guess. Yeah, forget everything I said prior. Donnie Chapman exclusively consumed things that he did not particularly enjoy so he could make fun of them. And the small children surrounding him, which he called siblings, kind of took to this sort of snark, I guess the word would be, although that sounds like the cheat's estranged cousin. Have you talked to the snark lately? Well, it's almost Thanksgiving! We don't talk about the snark. So yes, and because they had funny older siblings and they were not very funny small children, a lot of their influence and humor came from... Sorry, who just walked in? What are you dressed as? You look so much like her, it freaked me out. I'm sorry. Speaking of making money from internet videos, Netflix, Stranger Things, now on Netflix. Can you come up here for a second? I'm sorry, I just want to show off your costume. Holy crap! It's like Millie Bobby Brown were alive and with us today if she were dead. Okay, sorry for putting you on the spot like that. I just wanted to highlight something good instead of whatever this is. Yeah, so anyway, family road trips. They would be on 12-hour drives and just make fun of things to pass the time. And that evolved into a sense of humor. That was great. Hey, Sharktooth Bubs, I got a question for you.
What is it, Masterman?
Strong Bad, actually.
Whatever you say, Masterman.
Okay. I just want to know, are you related to Bubs, or is this all just some crazy coincidence?
Well, it answer you can find between the leaves. Between the leaves.
Yeah, I got it. I got it the first time. Thank you. Can you stay up here for a second?
Whatever you want, I can give it to you.
Thank you. I'm just worried about dead air, so could you interrupt me every so often?
I can try my best.
No, stay up there. Stay up there. Be out on display. Can you show off your sexy body, Sharktooth Bubs? Oh, yeah! Cheer if you want more! All right, Sharktooth Bubs.
What the people tells me. You happy? I'm your monkey tonight. I'm your monkey. Tell me to dance.
Tell him to dance! Okay, so... Thank you, you can stop for a moment. Alright, so the name Strong Bad comes from a video game for the Nintendo Entertainment System called Tag Team Wrestling, in which you played as the Ricky Fighters, and you had to wrestle against the Strong Bads, which, when put in that context, is just very obviously bad Japanese translation. Like, I think they thought they were naming their team like the Knife Daggers. Like, oh man, it's cool word next to cool word, but not to make fun of my own name, but its origins are brown.
I agree. It is blurred.
Finally, some great feedback from my co-host. We should take this show on the road.
I live on the road, and I mean literally on the road.
You know what? Never mind. I don't want to tour with the homeless man. So, yes, and the name Homestar Runner comes from they had a friend, Jamie, who you might know as James' husband, the drummer of the indie group of Montreal. Or you might not, because you like music that, like, people like. But they went to baby school with their friend Jamie, and he was trying to make fun of a local commercial for the supermarket chain Winn-Dixie. Today's television is sponsored by the supermarket. So it was a little tie-in with Mark Lemke, the second baseman for the Atlanta Braves, and Jamie had seen the commercial many times, but seen baseball no times. None of the times were spent with baseball. So he was able to get most of the commercial down, because he was mocking the way they did it, which was like, oh, it's a baseball game, you could get saved, like an old-timey sort of deal. You know, why were the old times so old-timey?
Because when the times are old, the olds retire.
Oh yeah, is that so?
It's factually accurate. Look up in any textbook. People were old in times.
Okay. So instead of saying Star Home Runner,
Hey, sorry.
he quoted the commercial as.
Homeschool winner.
Close, but leave.
Homestar Runner.
Bye. Not Homestuck. Okay, do you want to come up here and fight?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
And in this corner, we
Let's
have the
go. I want
master
anime
man.
nerd.
Dun, 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 dun.
Knockout blow! Knockout blow! He wins the Cheetos!
Wait. Okay. Is Cheetos a cheat-themed cereal?
No,
Hey, Cheat. You got any Cheetos that you've been hiding from us? Well, bring them out. Give the people snacks. I'm boring the crap out of them.
About Pop-Tarts, I got free XP.
What'd you say?
About Pop-Tarts, I got free XP. Goodbye.
Okay. So it all changed when the Olympics came about. Came about to Atlanta. That was for some reason the thing that broke Megara over there. About? What a strange word! Who talks like that? No, wait, okay, what was it about that delivery that broke you?
You skipped so much.
Okay, what did I skip, Miss Expert? Come up here.
You were talking about a commercial and then the Olympics. Why the Olympics? What is the deal with the Olympics? What's the deal
What?
with the Olympics?
No, that was it. There was a commercial and then there was the Olympics. There's not a whole lot to do around suburban Georgia.
In 1996?
1995, you watch a commercial,
Why
and then
didn't
a
they
year
come to
later,
this
you do a
DerpyCon?
second thing.
They should have come to this DerpyCon.
In well, that wasn't until 97.
Oh, you're
So then in 1996, the Olympics came about. Do you know about the mascot from the 1996 Olympics?
was it me?
Yeah.
I think it was me.
It's considered one of the worst designed characters of all time. I don't have an image of it at the ready, but if you all pull out your phones and look up Izzy Olympics, oh boy. So,
Like a blue thing with some like.
it's like a blue thing.
It's not really any particular animal.
No.
It's just like a blue, like bee-shaped.
It was like something that was like designed by a bee.
I have a flush of it.
You have a plush of Izzy?
Somewhere, yeah.
You should have brought the plush of Izzy. Next time we do this panel, it's gonna be me and Izzy.
Next time it is.
Hold on. What are you saying? You don't need me anymore, Master Man.
I'm saying you suck as a co-host.
You hurt my feelings, Master Man. I'm gonna go do some...
You know, that's really not as endearing as you think it is. I'm a dinosaur. You don't have any internet and can't connect to the outside world. I'm so cute. Let's pull that up again. It's really just demeaning, but my...
Starman, why don't you have hands?
I don't have hands. I have hands. They just have one thumb and then one really large the rest of the fingers.
Prove it. Play the dinosaur game.
How do you play the dinosaur game?
How do you play the dinosaur game? Click on the dinosaur.
Or just hit spacebar. Hit the spacebar.
Okay, wait. I don't... Yeah, because I've never used a mouse like this. Shouldn't there be like a separate attachment?
You tell me, Mr. Computer Man.
Okay.
Just hit the spacebar.
Go ahead.
Oh my god! Ah, it's magic!
Jump over the cat.
And people here thought I couldn't actually type with boxing gloves on and this was just a costume. Alright, well...
New high score.
Oh yeah! Wow! 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 In your face, Strong Sad! Strong Sad!
What do you want?
Oh, that is not Strong Sad! Oh gosh! This man just clearly came back from the gym and is like, hey, this is also my cosplay, I guess.
You cut deep. You really cut deep.
I'm sorry, not Strong Sad. Hey, at the very least, you're not related to me, so that's good.
I don't know how to take it.
So anyway, Mike Chapman, who's one of the brothers we were talking about earlier, and his best friend Craig Zobel, who later went on to direct films for Sundance, such as Z for Zachariah, starring Crispy Pine and Margot Robbie. Is it Margot Robbie? How do you pronounce it?
Mark Harvey, you got it.
Margot Robbie.
It's
Harley Quinn.
that's it.
Yeah, so
So Harley Quinn and Captain Kirk.
Harley Quinn and Captain Kirk were in a movie made by the guy who co-created Homestar Runner. So Craig Zobel and Mike Chapman, Craig Zobel and Mike Chapman were hanging lights for the Australian studio because the Australians didn't want to broadcast their coverage of the Olympics from Australia because then they would have been wildly out of touch. Well, soccer happened today, and I mean, could have gone good for us. Could have not.
Me?
Shrimp on the Barbie. That's what I assume Australian news is like. I don't sit around watching Australian news.
Why not?
Because you didn't bring any footage of it.
Fair point.
We should have just sat here. When is our Australian news panel?
That would be at 6:30.
6:30? We're doing an Australian news panel at 6:30. We're going to go download the footage before then. No, that would be DuckTales Real-Time Fandom, in which we're going to come in and there's going to be some ducks and we're going to say things instead of the ducks, and they're not going to be the right things because we don't remember this episode too good, and it'll be hilarious. So come back here at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as if any of you would be operating on any other time zones. I don't know. Sometimes you click things on your phone in your pocket. It's happened to me. One time I just forgot how to use AM, PM because it just switched to military time. And I'm like, well, and my work schedule also came in military time at the movie theater right there. So I was like, well, I guess this is how I tell time now forever. I don't want to figure out how to use these modern smarting phones, so okay. And then my friend would be like, hey, you want to hang out at 3? And I'm like, no! What? What is there to do at 3? The sun hasn't even risen yet. No, the other 3. There are only 2. There's only 1 3. How are you numbers, man? So anyway, Mike Chapman, Craig Zobel, they were working jobs, hanging lights for the Australian studio, and then they went to go on break. And much like Mike's idol, his older brother, taught him, when you're bored, you make fun of kids' books. So they went and found a kids' bookstore. And then they, they made fun of it. Hold on, Sergeant Bobs, give this story a more, that anecdote a more unexpected end.
No, you hurt my feelings.
Okay, I'm sorry, Sergeant Bob. Can we come here? Can we hug it out? Can we hug it out? Okay, hug it out. Hug it out. Oh. There we go. It's okay. It's okay. You're gonna be.
Give me your milk, Daddy.
You're gonna be okay. So.
Souvenir.
Do you want him back?
No! I'm done with him! The cheat! The cheat! What have you been doing down there? That can't be legal. Alright, so can you tell the story from this part on? Love that part. Does anyone have any questions on that part? Yes?
What?
Come on! He's
I got a
speaking!
question. What happens after like Dracula went on the skydiving?
Alright, can you tell what happens after Dracula went on skydiving? Okay.
But that just leaves more questions than answers.
Yes, what happened was they decided that kids' books were so terrible and hard to read that they had to make their own terrible and hard to read kids' book. So they brought back the main characters of names they heard at 2 points in their life, which were the Homestar Runner, who is a second baseman that we love and should endorse our products. He's the good guy. And the Strong Bad, as the Nintendo's taught us, was the bad guy. And yeah, so they made this kids' book called Homestar Runner Enters the Stringiest Man in the World competition. Is that what it's called? Strongest man in the world competition. And yeah, they made this kid's book and scanned 20 copies of it and just handed it to their friends, and that was the end of the story. They were real significant. Wait, I think there's probably more after that. Yeah, so Matt, Mike's brother, and Mike's Mike, wanted to kind of learn Flash animation, so they didn't have to design any new characters. They used the things from Mike's and Craig's kids' book parody, which the first cartoons they made were. But then the later cartoons they made were. Yeah, and eventually, they started selling T-shirts. Not to well, first they put it on a website, cause not that they expected strangers to watch it, or Stranger Things to watch it, just that they kind of wanted to show it to their friends without having to invite them to their physical house.
I'm a Stranger Thing.
I thought I told you to leave. What are you still doing here?
I'm just playing with the ponies.
That is not a pony. I'm pretty sure that's an ice skater.
Take them or leave them.
So yes, they put them on a website to send their friends. And yeah, that was the end of the story. Then their friends watched it. It was great. Oh, no. Okay, their friends sent it to some friends, and certain ones that really made fun of a particular topic, like techno, or like the all-inclusive topic of drawing dragons sometimes, wound up spreading a lot further than they expected. And before long, well, they started selling T-shirts, because they're like, okay, we got a small little following. Let's sell T-shirts. And they just thought they'd make we made $20 from a T-shirt. Now we have $20. Let's do lunch. But no, their father was a retired accountant, Don Chapman, not to be confused with the aforementioned Donnie Chapman, and he, handled the savings, the finances, what words am I forgetting? Figures, and what? And the math, and yeah, basically, eventually, despite being a financially conservative man who always told them to get a real job, after running the numbers, said, actually quit your jobs. You need to focus on this. This is where you're making the real cheese and money also separate to the cheese. Hey, the cheese. Oh, the cheat. Oh, it's almost time. This is gonna sound awful. Is everyone checking their watches?
No, we're checking our phones like normal.
Oh, checking our phones like normal people. I'm from the 21st century. I vape and fidget spin. Emoji.
I imagine you just throw your hat at him and just start.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Can I see that? Can I see that hat for a moment?
I don't know. Well, better question. Can you see it all?
Just, yeah, I can see. Just hold on. All right. So anyway, like I was saying,
Then they decided to name it after their landlord, Mario! And decided to make him a plumber, not a carpenter.
oh, oh, oh! Hold on a second. Bitchy, you gotta try this out. It's some crazy stuff. It's approaching. So it wound up spreading like really far to the point where the Josh, what's the guy's name? Josh Wheaton?
Josh Groban.
No, different Josh.
Josh Wheaton.
Josh Wheaton wound up referencing Trogdor in the last episode of Buffums.
Firefly.
No.
Buffy the Firefly.
Buffy the Firefly. Buffy the Firefly, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Angel. And yeah, then eventually, after 10 years of staying up every Sunday night, they decided, hey, let's like sleep because we have kids now.
Yo, Strongback. I'm gonna let y'all finish,
Uh-huh.
but I think it's about that time!
I have a very special treat for all y'all. So let me just finish up what I was saying real quick. Matt wound up working on Gravity Falls and Yo Gabba Gabba and a bunch of other Disney Channel shows, and Mike made Rick and Morty's Rush Licensed Adventure, which you can play at the Adult Swim website. I have a very special treat. Everything I just said, you're gonna hear it again, but dramatized.
What the hell's a Homestar Runner?
The Homestar Runner!
I think that's the man. I think we got something. I think this is gonna get results. I think you're right.
Boot slap, that's what's that stuff?